Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. The buzz echoing through the baseball world right now is nothing short of electrifying. Because if the whispers are true, the New York Yankees may have just pulled off one of the boldest moves of the last decade by locking in none other than Max Scherzer to bolster their starting rotation. Imagine the impact of such a deal. A franchise already synonymous with power, tradition, and relentless pursuit of championships, suddenly adding a legendary arm with a resume that practically screams dominance. Scherzer is not just another name in the free agent market or a fading star trying to hold on to the spotlight. He is an icon of pitching excellence, a three-time Cy Young Award winner, and a competitor whose fiery intensity changes the entire atmosphere of a clubhouse. For years, Yankees fans have cried out for a veteran ace who could shoulder the weight of October pressure alongside Gerrit Cole. And now, if this rumor proves accurate, their cries may finally have been answered. The idea alone has sent fans spiraling into debates, creating countless scenarios of how a Yankees rotation anchored by Cole and Scherzer could absolutely suffocate opposing lineups, turning every postseason matchup into a nightmare for the opposition. The whispers about this blockbuster move began quietly, as they often do, in the corners of insider reports and the social media rumor mill, but within hours the speculation snowballed into a tidal wave of excitement. Yankee Stadium is a place where legends are made, and fans know the organization thrives on big splashes that shake the entire sport, which is why this possible acquisition feels so believable. Think about it. The Yankees, after another season of frustrations where the offense faltered and the pitching seemed overworked, clearly needed to send a message that mediocrity would never be tolerated in the Bronx. Enter Max Scherzer, the type of pitcher who not only brings strikeouts and innings, but also a fiery presence that infects teammates with his competitive edge. In every franchise he's pitched for, Scherzer has raised the standard, whether it was Washington with that 2019 World Series triumph or the brief but impactful moments he delivered with the Mets. Now, picture him in pinstripes, walking to the mound under the bright lights of New York, staring down hitters with those unmistakable heterochromatic eyes that have become symbolic of his unique aura. It's the stuff of cinematic baseball drama, and Yankee fans are already envisioning October nights filled with chants, dominance, and unforgettable moments. Of course, adding Scherzer is not just about name recognition or nostalgia for his past accomplishments. This move is about immediate impact, a calculated strike to reinforce a rotation that has carried enormous pressure in recent years. Gerrit Cole has been phenomenal, carrying the staff as the unquestioned ace, but baseball history teaches us that one arm, no matter how great, cannot shoulder the entirety of postseason battles. The addition of Scherzer would create a 1-2 punch so formidable that opponents might begin mentally preparing for series losses before even stepping foot in the Bronx. Analysts have long said the Yankees needed a proven playoff warrior, someone with the battle scars of October who doesn't crumble under the blinding lights of the postseason stage, and Scherzer has exactly that resume. The numbers back it up, the accolades cement it, but beyond the stats lies something even more vital: the intangible aura of confidence he brings. For a Yankees team desperate to restore its championship identity, Scherzer embodies not just a pitcher, but a symbol of ambition, hunger, and the willingness to dominate. Whether the rumor is fully true or exaggerated, the very thought of it has jolted the fan base into a frenzy of optimism. Yet behind every massive rumor lies the critical question of logistics, and this one is no different. How could the Yankees pull this off financially, given Scherzer's reputation for commanding hefty contracts and the organization's recent hesitations about payroll flexibility? The Yankees are no strangers to colossal investments, but in recent years, their spending has been more strategic than reckless, focusing on long-term roster sustainability rather than splashy short-term gambles. However, when it comes to a pitcher like Scherzer, logic often bends in favor of the extraordinary. After all, this is the Yankees we're talking about, a franchise defined by bold moves from Ruth to Reggie to Cole, and it would not be shocking if they found a creative financial route to make it happen. Maybe it's a trade where they absorb some of his salary, or perhaps it's a restructured deal that fits within their financial plans. Whatever the method, the idea of Scherzer in pinstripes feels like a match made in baseball heaven, and the organization knows that few things excite the fan base more than adding a proven ace. Even the skeptics, who argue about age and durability, find themselves wondering if the Yankees brass might just take the gamble. For fans, though, this isn't merely a conversation about contracts or numbers. It's about dreams and legacy. The New York Yankees have always been measured by championships, not by financial spreadsheets or cautious optimism. When you invoke the names of legends who once wore the pinstripes, you remember them for their triumphs under pressure, their moments of glory that defined eras. Scherzer has the pedigree to join that pantheon if he delivers even a glimpse of what he's shown throughout his career. Yankee Stadium, buzzing with history, thrives when larger-than-life personalities take center stage, and Scherzer is tailor-made for that kind of theater. Fans are already imagining the roar of the crowd as he steps onto the mound, the sound of his fastball popping into the catcher's mitt, the intensity in his eyes as he stares down the biggest sluggers in the game. This is more than just a potential signing. It's a statement of intent, a declaration that the Yankees refuse to settle for anything less than dominance. That's why the rumor has exploded into every corner of baseball discussion, capturing attention not only in New York, but across the league. The ripple effect of such a move would extend far beyond the Bronx. Rival teams, particularly within the American League East, would immediately feel the tremors of fear if the Yankees officially added Scherzer to their arsenal. The Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Rays, each hungry to dethrone New York, would suddenly face a rotation that promises suffocating dominance, especially in playoff positioning battles. Imagine entering a series where Cole and Scherzer pitch back-to-back games, each outing a potential clinic in power pitching and competitive fire. Opponents would not only have to prepare strategically, but also mentally, knowing that beating the Yankees just became twice as difficult. And what about the narrative value of this move? Baseball is not just about stats and wins. It's also about storytelling, the epic arcs that captivate fans season after season. The idea of Scherzer joining the Yankees is the kind of plot twist that defines an era, creating anticipation for a season unlike any other. For years, fans have seen him as the enemy, whether dominating in Detroit, crushing dreams in Washington, or briefly wearing Mets colors across town. Now, that villainous aura could transform into heroic status in the Bronx, a redemption arc of sorts where a once-feared rival becomes the driving force behind Yankee success. This storyline, layered with drama, tension, and possibility, is tailor-made for baseball's theater. Every pitch he throws in New York would carry the weight of expectation, every outing a chance to rewrite the narrative of the Yankees' struggles. It's that duality, the mixture of reality and legend, that makes this rumor so intoxicating for fans and media alike. The baseball world thrives on these moments of transformation, and Scherzer's potential arrival could be the biggest transformation of all. Still, no rumor is without skepticism, and there are plenty of voices raising concerns about Scherzer's age, durability, and potential decline. At 40 years old, he is no longer the untouchable workhorse he once was, and the Yankees have been burned before by banking too heavily on aging stars. Skeptics point to recent injuries, dips in velocity, and the reality that Father Time eventually claims even the greatest athletes. But others argue that Scherzer's competitive spirit and meticulous preparation set him apart, allowing him to adapt and remain effective even as his arsenal evolves. Veteran pitchers often find ways to reinvent themselves, relying on experience and craft rather than pure velocity. And if anyone can pull that off under the immense scrutiny of New York, it's Scherzer. The Yankees front office knows the risks, but they also know the rewards. A potential ace who could push them over the top in October. For now, it remains a tantalizing what-if, a rumor that hangs in the air like a high fly ball, waiting to be caught or to drift foul, but already fueling endless debates among fans and pundits alike. The frenzy surrounding this rumor has now reached a fever pitch, And it's impossible to ignore how this supposed deal between the Yankees and Max Scherzer has become the center of every sports talk show, radio debate, and online forum. Some fans are treating it like it's already a done deal, while others are clinging to the cautious optimism that only years of heartbreak can teach you. Still, the excitement is palpable because for all the ups and downs of the past seasons, this feels like the type of move that signals a genuine turning point. You can almost feel the collective heartbeat of Yankees Nation sinking to the rhythm of anticipation, waiting for that official announcement that could shift the entire outlook of the season. The legacy of this franchise is built on iconic moments that transcend the game itself. And if Scherzer is indeed on the way, it would be another seismic chapter in the storybook of Yankee history. This rumor is more than speculation. It's gasoline thrown on the fire of New York's insatiable hunger for another championship banner, a fire that burns hotter with every passing day of waiting. Insiders are whispering that the Yankees front office has been quietly working behind the scenes for weeks, carefully constructing a scenario that makes this acquisition possible without crippling the team's long-term flexibility. According to those whispers, the blueprint involves not only bringing Scherzer into the fold, but also creating an atmosphere where he can thrive alongside Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez, and the rest of the rotation. The Yankees know the value of chemistry as much as raw talent, and Scherzer's reputation as a fierce but respected leader could be the missing piece in creating a cohesive unit that feeds off each other's energy. Fans are already imagining conversations in the dugout, where Scherzer's intensity inspires younger pitchers to raise their game. That mentorship aspect cannot be overlooked, especially in a franchise that prides itself on developing pitchers who can withstand the bright lights of New York. This rumor, if true, isn't just about a single player. It's about the ripple effect of his presence, the way it could elevate every other arm on the staff and turn the Yankees' pitching core into a well-oiled, battle-hardened machine ready to dominate the postseason. But let's not pretend that this is purely about strategy. It's also about power, prestige, and making a statement to the rest of Major League Baseball. The Yankees have always thrived on being the center of attention, and no move does that better than plucking a future Hall of Famer and placing him on the mound in pinstripes. Think about the message it sends, not just to rivals in the division, but to the entire league. When the Yankees make moves like this, they are reminding everyone that they still see themselves as the empire of baseball, a franchise that demands relevance and refuses to fade quietly into mediocrity. The Scherzer rumor reinforces the mythology of the Bronx Bombers, a team that never hesitates to seize the spotlight and tilt the balance of power in its favor. Whether or not the deal is finalized, the very idea of it already places psychological pressure on the competition. Rival executives are likely scrambling to prepare contingency plans, while opposing fan bases are groaning at the thought of another year where the Yankees reload in dramatic fashion. It's classic Yankees theater, and baseball fans are eating it up. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. And if you think the fan reaction is intense now, just wait until the possibility of October comes into the picture. Playoff baseball in the Bronx is unlike anything else in sports, a pressure cooker atmosphere where every pitch feels like the fate of the universe hangs in the balance. Scherzer has thrived in those situations before, and the prospect of him doing so again, this time in the pinstripes, is enough to ignite goosebumps. Yankee fans are already envisioning Game 1 of the division series, with Cole on the mound mowing down batters, followed by Game 2, where Scherzer storms to the hill with that trademark snarl. The dream of having two of the fiercest competitors in baseball history leading the charge is intoxicating, and it has reignited hope that this could be the year the drought finally ends. October glory is the ultimate measuring stick for the Yankees, and the thought of pairing Cole's brilliance with Scherzer's ferocity feels like the formula for a parade down the canyon of heroes. It's the kind of vision that transforms whispers into outright belief, where fantasy begins to feel dangerously close to reality. Critics, of course, will point out that the Yankees have been here before, lured by the promise of aging superstars who couldn't quite deliver the fairy tale ending. From Randy Johnson's struggles in the Bronx to countless free agent signings that fizzled under the spotlight, the cautionary tales are plentiful. And yes, Scherzer is not immune to the risks of time, injuries, or simply the grind of another long season. But there's a reason this rumor feels different. Scherzer has consistently shown an ability to reinvent himself, to adapt to changing circumstances while still striking fear into hitters. Even when his velocity dips, his command, grit, and intelligence keep him one step ahead of the competition. The Yankees, more than most organizations, understand that championships often come down to intangibles, those qualities you can't measure on a stat sheet but can feel when the game is on the line. Scherzer brings that in spades, and while skeptics will always raise valid concerns, the potential payoff outweighs the risks in the eyes of an organization desperate for glory. That's why the rumor continues to spread. It's believable, it's bold, and it fits perfectly into the Yankees' DNA. What cannot be overlooked in this entire discussion is the cultural impact of such a move. The Yankees are not just a baseball team. They are a global brand, a symbol of success, and a magnet for international attention. Adding Scherzer to their roster doesn't just improve the rotation. It elevates the franchise's profile at a time when the baseball world is craving storylines. Merchandise sales would spike, ticket demand would soar, and Yankee Stadium would regain its aura as the ultimate theater of baseball drama. Imagine the marketing campaigns, the highlight reels, the endless narratives that would flow from this acquisition. Every time Scherzer steps onto the mound, it becomes more than a game. It becomes an event. That kind of cultural magnetism is priceless, and the Yankees, masters of spectacle, understand it better than anyone. It's why this rumor has been met not just with baseball analysis, but with genuine cultural excitement. Scherzer in pinstripes isn't just about winning games. It's about reinforcing the mythology of the Yankees as larger than life, a team that transcends the sport itself. And perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this entire rumor is the emotional roller coaster it has unleashed on the fan base. For years, Yankees fans have carried the weight of unmet expectations, watching rivals claim glory while their team stumbled short of the finish line. This rumor has rekindled a sense of hope that had grown dangerously dim, reigniting the passion that makes Yankees fandom so unique. Social media is flooded with dream lineups, speculative playoff brackets, and photoshopped images of Scherzer in pinstripes. Fans are debating, arguing, and celebrating as if the move is already official, because deep down they know that just the possibility changes everything. Hope is a powerful force in sports, and right now, this rumor has delivered it in abundance. Whether or not the Yankees ultimately finalize the deal, the impact is already profound. Belief has returned, excitement has surged, and the Bronx faithful are once again daring to imagine a future filled with October glory. That's the magic of baseball rumors. They blur the line between reality and fantasy, giving fans a taste of what could be and fueling the passion that keeps the sport alive. At the end of the day, whether the Yankees truly land Max Scherzer or whether this remains one of those tantalizing off-season whispers, the impact is undeniable. The rumor itself has accomplished something vital. It has reminded the baseball world that the Yankees are still capable of commanding the spotlight, stirring emotions, and inspiring debate at every level. For fans, it has sparked daydreams of dominance and parades. For rivals, it has reignited fear and preparation. And for the sport as a whole, it has added a jolt of electricity to the off-season narrative. The story of Max Scherzer and the Yankees is still unfolding, and until official word arrives, it will remain a captivating mystery, hovering in the air like the anticipation before the crack of a bat. But whether it becomes fact or fades into rumor, it has already done what great baseball stories always do. It has captured imagination, fueled passion, and reminded us why the game holds such a powerful place in our culture. Sometimes, the rumor is just as thrilling as the reality. And right now, Yankees fans are living in that exhilarating space between dream and destiny. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.